buddy. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of All in Sports. And welcome back to an old buddy of ours, the one and only, y'all. He's back, Mr. BC himself. What's up, brother?
What's going on, man? How you doing, man? How you feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling good now that you back.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Huh?
What was that name we used to call him? When we did all the hockey segments, what was the name?
Oh,
Benoit.
he's coming up later. He's coming up later. Y'all, everybody give an all-in welcome back to Mr. BC himself. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you for having me, man.
Hey, man, give your show the show you on a shout out.
Oh, it's called the Sideline Junkies. We air Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. Sunday mornings and we do everything live. So Tuesdays we're at 7:30, Thursdays we're at 7:30, and Sundays we're at about 11 to 11:30 in the morning, depending on how soon we can get started.
Y'all heard that? Check them out, the Sideline Junkies. They got something good, man.
Where can they find you at?
You can find us on anything. We got YouTube. You can join our fan page on Facebook. If they're in All in Sports, if they put a note saying I want to join, I'll add them. I'll do an invite. I'll do whatever. We just want to get as many people in. We try to do a good, entertaining show, and we try to get people on the show. And so right now, I'm formally inviting the two of you to one of our shows. We do a segment on Tuesdays called Joe the Fan, where basically we just let people just come in and talk, man. So it's an open invite. We can talk later to narrow down what date and time, but yeah, let's make the crossover happen, man. We talked about it before.
Hey, y'all need to come on Join Clip Productions and get on that sports network coming up November 1st.
Okay. I don't handle that. That's the boss man BJ. Okay. So I'll make the connection for y'all two to connect and see what's going on, man.
All right, Lee Ice.
Y'all heard the big dog in the background. How you doing, sir? Let me try it again.
I'm fine, Lee Ice. I'm fine.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm fine, Lee Ice. You know how I'm doing. How you doing?
All right, y'all. Hey, man, let's thank everybody for tuning in last week's show and thanking everybody for tuning this week's show. Like I always say, I hope we can entertain y'all doing what we're going through. You know I don't say that word. I ain't said it in 3 years going on 4, but I'm always telling you, protect yourselves and your family the best way you know how. BC, I know you ain't forgot how we start our show. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It is. Let's go.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see.
Ready to go all in?
Ready to go all in, baby. That's good.
Y'all know what's first on All In Sports? It's called the All In State of the Union. It's brought to you by the best there is, the best it was, the best that ever done it. His name is Hill, but you know we call him the big dog. Y'all hear him barking in the background. Do your thing, big dog.
All right, Lee Ice, we got the Wild Samoans, Moon Dogs, Road Warriors, whatever you want to call these two clowns in the background back. Here we go. Major League Baseball, we're going to start off right off the top. The Baltimore Orioles lose game 1 of the Texas Rangers 3-2. Just like I said the Rangers are going to take it in 6. Hey, the Philadelphia Phillies and Atlanta Braves, nothing, about in the third. The Houston Astros 5, the Minnesota Twins 3. With Minnesota the Houston Astros, have the bases loaded at the top of the 7th with 2 outs. Now, the Diamondbacks and Dodgers to play at 9:20 on TBS. Check your local listings and time in your area for the rest of the series in your area. Now, the regular sports. The Indianapolis Colts have reached a deal with Jonathan Taylor, a 3-year, $42 million deal. How you feel?
I like that. I'm happy for him.
I love it. $14 million a year.
All right. LeBron's youngest son, Bryce, visits Ohio State to play basketball next year. How you feel?
Another spectacle. He'll be rich before he even shoot one free throw.
On the dotted line.
I'm hoping I'm saying your name right. If I don't, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Vercel Stepan wins the 3rd F1 world title in Qatar. How you feel?
I'm not even going to act like I know what you just said.
Oh, hey, bro, I'm reporting when I report, man. Don't give me a hard time, Lee Ice. Why you want to do that? Huh? Hey, Cleveland Cavaliers center Allen out, ankle, at least 2 to 3 weeks. How you feel?
2 to 3 weeks is nothing in the NBA, especially when they do all that load management and all that stuff anyway. So
it's too early for it to matter.
Embiid to play in the U.S. on the U.S. team in 2024 instead of his home country. How you feel?
He won't make it. He'll be hurt.
Good stuff.
The WNBA is expanding to the Bay Area. The debut in 2025. How you feel?
Oakland, San Fran.
Yes, sir.
Golden State, right?
Yeah, they're playing in the Pay Center.
Yeah, that's a good move because they need to get these ladies opportunities because there's not enough teams for people to get cut and to move around.
The Ottawa Senators, Norse, expected to miss the start of the season. That starts Tuesday. Triple header on ESPN, starting at 5:30.
ESPN took a book from the NBA and put some of their biggest stars on opening night. That's a beautiful thing.
Yep. The Wild, Minnesota Wild at that, signed forward Hartman to a 3-year, $12 million extension.
That's okay.
That's okay?
Yep.
If they want to say it's okay, it's okay.
Lee Ice.
Yes, sir.
Take us commercial break.
Y'all heard what the big dog said. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, the one and only BC is going to break down the MLB playoffs. He's going to tell you who's going to the World Series. He's even going to tell you who's going to win the World Series. How about that? Welcome back, BC. We'll be right back, y'all.
Welcome to XO7 Mic Talk.
This one time, make sure you tune in to XO7 Mic Talk.
That's my guy right there. He's a dirty mo.
Good evening and welcome to XO7 Mic Talk.
I am R&B Brown. Welcome to XO7 Mic Talk.
Good evening and welcome to XO7 Mic Talk.
Welcome to XO7 Mic Talk.
It's about the brand. That's where patience come into play once again. To build a brand, man, you got to put 10 years on it. Of course, you can make some money before then, but that's the kind of mind frame you got to have when you're thinking about astronomical numbers. I think that was the word for that. It ain't.
Lee Ice.
I know who that is.
Who that?
That's Rick Ross, baby. Look at BC's beard.
Yeah. Rick Ross.
Ricky Rose, as we call him. All right, y'all, welcome back to All In Sports. The big dog Lee Ice, our man BC is joining us back, man. Welcome back again. BC, MLB playoffs are out and running and starting. Let the whole world know who is going to the world. Break the whole thing down for us and let us know who's going to the World Series and why and who's going to win it.
All right, let's start with the Twins and the Astros. That game is going on right now. The problem for the Twins, they just don't have enough pitching. The Astros is going to be their lineup is deep. They got Michael Brantley back, and with Brantley being back, he's one of those guys that hits the baseball all over the place, and he's consistent, especially in October. So
yeah, hold up. Got an update. Twins just scored 5-4. Man on the corners, top of the 7, 2 outs.
Okay. That's cool. So it's a 5-game series. The Astros have been here before. Carlos Correa, who's playing for the Twins, is hot right now. So he's gonna be the only reason this team even makes this an interesting series. So I got the Astros.
The home field advantage.
It's the Astros. The Astros the higher seed. They got lucky and beat the Rangers on the last day of the season, and that pushed them to win the division. I would have loved for the Astros to have to go through Baltimore. I thought that would have been a more entertaining series. Speaking of Baltimore, the Orioles versus the Rangers. I'm with the big dog. I got the Rangers, man. Part of his bias, I just can't see Tim talking about the O's all the rest of the playoffs.
Oh man, hey big dog, we got a buddy named Tim. Oh look, we had to deal with him last week when the O's won the AL East. I mean, he called me. Look, he called me up, right? I answered the phone. I don't hear nothing. I hear "We Are the Champions" playing in the background.
That's the rule. That's the standard.
Only reason I said the O's wouldn't win. The Orioles don't have no experienced players on their team. It's been there before. Not even the playoffs hardly. So that's why I gave the Rangers a win, and the Rangers got better pitching.
That's where I got it, big dog, and that's why I agree with you. I think it's the pitching. The O's just don't have enough arms. I mean, they got Grayson Rodriguez coming up tomorrow, but they lost their closer. So I just don't think they have enough to go through all the way. And then once the Rangers and the Astros play, hate to say it, I'm gonna go with Team Dusty, and I got the Astros in the World Series. I know that's gonna make Lee Ice real happy because he always likes when Dusty's in the finals. Go on to the other side in the National League, Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. Again, the Diamondbacks are in a similar position with the Orioles, but they have a little bit better pitching. But I'm still gonna go with the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers just have too much with Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and company. They're just gonna dominate. And I don't even know if this is going to go beyond 3 games, to be honest with you. I think this is going to be a sweep.
Really?
You're going to sweep them?
I do.
Not
because
even one game.
The only game that the Diamondbacks can win is whatever game Zach Gallen is starting. But they had to use Gallen in the wild card, which is what I like about the wild card being 3 games. It actually gives the team with the bye an advantage. So I personally think that the Dodgers are going to run through this. They got too much experience and too much everything else.
Okay, before you move forward, go back to the AL playoffs. Who you got in how many games? I know you said the Rangers. You got the.
I'm sorry, sure. So yeah. Orioles Rangers, I think that goes 4. I think the Grayson Rodriguez game is the one game the Orioles win. Twins Astros, I think that goes 4, maybe 5. I think the Twins are going to be game, and I think the fact that they have Correa, he's going to help keep them managing the highs and lows of the playoffs because he's been there before. Dodgers, Diamondbacks, I told you that's a sweep. And then the Braves, Phillies, they're going 5. I got the Phillies because I think Bryce and Trey Turner are going to be enough to carry them through.
You know, the big dog disagreed, even though I got a final heart for the Phillies. With me and the Phillies have history. Big dog disagreed. He think the Braves will take that 3 or 4.
And I understand why, because the Phillies have the Braves have one of the best lineups in the history of baseball. They have like 6 guys that hit 20 home runs this year, maybe even more than that. So I can see why you would think that. I just think the Phillies, they became Ford tough last year in that run they made. And I think that's going to be the thing that buoys them in this playoff series and gets them beyond the Braves, gets them beyond the Dodgers, and gets them in the World Series against the Astros. And then I have the Phillies winning the World Series.
You know I disagree with that already.
I know.
I went on another show. I said I have the Braves and the Astros will be king of the mountains back to back.
I don't think they go back to back.
I wouldn't mind my man Dusty getting back to back. He is. I mean, I love Dusty, but you all know Bryce is my man. He still should be here, but oh well, you know.
But Bryce wasn't going to take deferred money, so that's why he's not going to be here.
Well, I mean, I'm glad y'all both think the Phillies can do it. I think the Phillies got lucky last year.
But
you know what?
At the beginning of the year, who picked the Phillies in the beginning of the year, big dog?
You did.
I mean, I know I picked the Yankees, but
and what did I say? I told you in the beginning of the year, Astros, Braves. I I don't dip you for my picks, bro.
I don't either.
Well,
I mean,
Well, if we going like that, at the beginning of the year, I had Rays Dodgers. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had Rays and the Dodgers, and of course the Rays got taken out. But also the only reason the Rays got taken out is because Shane McClanahan got Tommy John this year, and with McClanahan and Glasnow, that would have been a terrible 1-2 for anybody to face.
all right, BC and Big Dog. Okay, you know we got a lot of Baltimore fans that watch us. Will this season be a failure if they don't make it?
No.
Because nobody saw this coming, right? Except for our friend Tim, of course.
No, he didn't see.
I thought they were a year away.
No. That's not. Don't let Tim fool you. I told them they were going to be in the playoffs. I had the O's as one of my wild cards. I didn't have them winning the division because they have too much young hitting coming up through the system that they can make a trade or two with some of their youngsters, and they can fortify their starting pitchers, and then they're going to be the team to beat for the next 10 years in the American League East. So this ain't no one time. This ain't no one-time show, brother. They've got so many young bats. I love the way they stacked this team up. Their GM did a great job just layering the talent, and so this team ain't going nowhere no time soon.
Did you say 10 years?
The next 10 years.
So we got to deal with Tim for 10 years over there?
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be similar to the Nats run. That because this is honestly, if you think about it, this is their version of what 2012 was for the Nats, where they weren't expected to do anything. You thought they would be good, but you didn't think they were going to make the playoffs. They made the playoffs, and now with the bats they have, they can make noise. The only problem is I just think their pitching comes up short in the long run.
You think they make a move for a top bona fide pitcher in the future? They don't make moves like that, though.
I just don't know where that guy is.
Right.
Like I think their thing is going to have to be Grayson Rodriguez is going to have to step up and be the guy, and then they can find another guy in their system. They get John Means back, the kid that pitched the no-hitter 2 years ago, so he's going to be their 2 or their 3, and I think that's where they get their build up from. You know, if they can go get a solid 2 guy or a solid 4 guy, then they'll be okay. But they got to make a move because they have too many position players that can hit coming up. That basically they setting roadblocks. They're so young that they can't get their minor league talent to the big leagues. So they're going to have to make moves. They're going to be forced to make trades.
Man, are we up against the break, Big Dog?
Yep, it's time to go to break.
All right, y'all heard the Big Dog. Hey, no one gives you the information better than the man BC himself. Hey man, I love the glasses you rocking.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, bro. It's all for the outfit.
We're going to go to a break. When we come back, another return. The return of Benoit. All in sports, y'all. All in sports, Benoit is coming up, y'all. Don't want to miss that. We'll be right back.
intellectually or otherwise, until you come to that point where you don't give a damn what people think about you. As long as you worry about what other people think about you, you will be mediocre. It only matters what you believe about yourself. Believe in yourself as a successful person. Believe that you can and you will. But until you believe you can, you won't.
Lee Ice, you'll never guess
Whoa.
what that was.
You got me on that one.
Did you like what he said?
I love what he said.
He's the most famous black preacher in history, especially in the hood.
Oh, you small Dr. Price?
Nope. Reverend Ike.
Reverend Ike from back in the day?
Yep. I told you I had something for y'all.
Good God, Reverend Ike.
Yeah.
That man ain't living. He ain't still living, is he?
I don't think he can be.
Hey, brother.
I'm not going to get
See?
Oh.
Oh, man. No, my cousin who used to babysit me, I don't know why I remember this. He used to always listen to Reverend Ike, man. I was listening to Reverend Ike when I was 6, 7, 8 years old. Getting babysit by my cousin, Reverend Ike. Hey, y'all, welcome back, man. Welcome back. All this was the big dog, Lee Ice, and our special guest. He's one of the originators, y'all. He helped me get this started. He helped all this get started. Mr. BC himself. But hold up. My bad. BC went away. Benoit.
Yeah, Rick, there, please.
Now.
There have been many times you and I have gone round and round, and we bled the same blood in the same mud. But this time it's all about business, Shaq. Let's do it. You and I.
It's funny you even play Dusty, man.
Yes.
Because the whole reason, when you see our other show, my other show, I'm the Midnight Rider on the other show.
Yeah.
And that's homage to Dusty.
Yeah, Rick there, please.
Listen to this. Listen to this.
Oh, I heard this. I know exactly what this is.
This is the greatest, man. Dream sparking up the wrong trees. We'll see if your blood is as red as mine, Mr. Flares. We will find out indeed, sir. You're a young dog. You have your phone up on me.
May I take a message?
Yes. Tell him this is Big Dust, the American Dream.
Big Dust, the American Dream?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a friend of his?
More of a nemesis, I guess you could say.
Are you Bob Kleepak's friend?
I do not know who this Kleepak fella is. All I know is that the other night, when Rick hit me from behind, I saw where the line was drawn, and now.
Oh, Big Dust. Big Dog.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. That is, man, I can listen to that all night. I can listen to that all day. Whoever that dude is, he needs what they get at Actors Academy, and what the hell they get at the actors?
The
Oscars.
He needs that shit, man. He needs to get that award. That is the best imitation of anybody. It was this guy out there. I know y'all probably seen him. He does Denzel Washington really well. Them two, I'm telling you, if you didn't see them, you would swear it was the real person. But like I said, y'all, welcome back. Mr. Benoit is in the house now, y'all. And Mr. Benoit, let me say Benoit. He's going to talk about the start of the NHL for all you puck fans out there. Mr. Benoit, let the puck world know what's about to happen this year.
Well, we're going to get a step closer to history. You get your man, Alex Ovechkin, 74 goals away from passing Wayne Gretzky, probably one of the greatest scorers in all time. And Ovechkin, one of the greatest DC sports members, players, coaches, icons, whatever you want to say. Go ahead.
You're right. we gotta admit, if it wasn't hockey, they would have a statue with him somewhere, wouldn't they?
He has to have a statue in front of Capital One at some point in his career. I mean, when his career is over, there has to be a ceremony, because this dude has been in the MVP race. He's been for whatever the highest goal scorer cup, whatever that name is, Connor Smythe. He's been up for that. He's been dominant. And like I tell people all the time, no Redskin player, Commander player, no Wizard, nobody's been as dominant at what they do than Alex Ovechkin. And this year, I think it's going to be a struggle for the Caps, because they're going to need some of their young guys to pick it up. I think with the Caps, they're in a funny position, because with Ovechkin, Backstrom, those guys are so experienced that they can't just shut everything down and do a complete rebuild. So they got to piece it along as they go. So for the Caps to win or even be in the playoffs, they need 3 guys to have a good season this year. Kuznetsov, Mantha. They got a kid named McMichael who he's like 5'7". I'm sorry, Philip Matthew. They got it. That kid is like 5'7", 149 pounds. I'm telling you, this kid has been their most impressive kid in training camp. And if he's a scorer. That's all he is. And he weighs like $150. If they can get this kid to get them 20 goals, they can get Kuznetsov to actually be Kuznetsov and not be the bum he's been the last 2 years. And if Mantha can stay healthy and give you, I mean, this team could be, they're not going to be a top 2 seed. That's not where they are. They're going to be one of those teams that get a wild card into the playoffs. So we could have playoff hockey if some of these lower level guys come up. Another guy is Connor McMichael. It's a kid they drafted first round about 4 years ago. Of course, COVID took care of that one season. I know you don't say it on this show, but my bad. But yeah, McMichael has been a kid that they've been waiting on, and so far they haven't just played him. And I think part of the problem was Laviolette didn't like playing the young guys. So I think the Caps have an opportunity here where they can shock some teams and surprise people. But when it comes to the big scene of things, I'm curious, because the big dog said something before we started about his picks. So I'm curious to see who he has. If you don't mind hopping in real quick and tell me who he has in the World Cup. I mean,
Stanley Cup.
Stanley Cup.
The Boston Bruins are going to go on a revenge tour. They're going to play the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Eastern Conference Finals.
It's funny you said that, because I was expecting Lee Ice to say Tampa Bay, because he always says Tampa Bay. I got Boston and I got Edmonton. Edmonton has been
Edmonton in the West, aren't they?
Yeah.
Boston's in the East, right? That's the Stanley Cup final.
That's the Stanley Cup final.
My Stanley Cup finals are, then I got the Avalanche and Vegas playing in the Western Conference final. Vegas advancing and playing Boston into ultimate Stanley Cup championship. Vegas back-to-back in 6. I said it last year, guys, before the beginning of the season. I said, nah, they ain't gonna happen. They ain't gonna happen. I said, all right, Vegas gonna win the whole thing, bro. They ain't wanna believe.
Well, you know, the beauty about Vegas is they have the most unique home field advantage, because they built their team around the way their hockey rink plays. So they have guys that are fast on the wings. So when they dump the puck, the way the puck pops out in the corners, they're normally the first ones to get to it. So they save possession a lot of times when they dump the puck, as in when other teams dump the puck. It's just a way to get rest or anything like that.
Man. Do y'all hear this information Benoit is giving y'all? Do y'all really hear? Are y'all really processing this? All you puckheads out there, are y'all really processing this? It only comes from Benoit. It only comes from All In Sport. That's why I brought this man back on here, y'all. Benoit, keep going.
Nah, and I think the person that's going to be the MVP is just so Ovechkin's was going to be the greatest, but a guy that's going to be dipping at his heels and chasing his records is the kid from Edmonton, Connor McDavid.
Connor McDavid.
That kid's awesome.
He's the next Gretzky.
He's the next Gretzky, and then I think we have the next Crosby.
Oh, time out.
Oh.
Time. You say he's the next Gretzky?
Yeah.
The kid's been the leading scorer.
Come on, man. That's like saying in the NBA he's the next Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can say
Really?
that. Yeah, he's good. He's probably the best thing out there right now.
And then Chicago just drafted a kid. I think his name is Bedard. He's a center, and I think he's going to be the next Sidney Crosby. His only problem is going to be he's got to get some guys on the wings to help him out. But I watched this kid play in the preseason game, and I know they don't hit you like they normally do in preseason, as they would in the regular season. But this kid is a whiz with the puck. He can make moves. He can make you miss. He can throw shots on the goalie where the goalie doesn't even see it. So I think this kid, if he gets a little bit bigger, he could be a Crosby type of guy, a center that leads the league in assists, and still scores a nice amount of goals, where he's going to be in the top echelon of players in this league. This kid is amazing, man.
All right, so Big Dog, your predictions for the Stanley Cup is Vegas and who?
Boston.
And Benoit, your prediction for the Stanley Cup is who?
Boston and Edmonton.
Boston and Edmonton. Okay. Well, here's a surprise. I got Tampa Bay and Edmonton. Okay?
Yep.
All right, y'all. All right, Mr. Benoit, thank you. Now we need Mr. BC to come back. And let's talk about this NBA trade. Dame Dollar is going to Milwaukee. Dame Dollar is going to be a buck, huh? How about that? So, quick synopsis. Benoit, my bad. BC, what you think about the trade? And then, hold up. What's his name? Just went to Boston.
Hold up. Got some updates. At the end of the 7, Astros 6, Twins 4. And the bottom of the 4 for 2 outs. Phillies 1, Atlanta nothing.
Yep.
Back to your regular scheduled program.
All right. So, BC, break the trade down. Does this make Milwaukee the favorite in the East?
Milwaukee's the one. There's no answers. There's no other thing. Milwaukee's the one now, because what you can do with Giannis and Dame is going to be, as long as this coach, I forget who the coach is, but as long as he runs high pick and roll, this team's going to be devastating. Because you either got to jump out on Dame, or you got to crash down on Giannis, and you can't do both.
I think anything but the finals for Milwaukee this is at this point.
I think it's a failure. I think it's
they got to get to the finals.
Yeah, I think it's organizational malice if they don't make it to the finals.
They're still a deep team. They still have a bench. Their bench is deep.
And then whatever you get from what's his name, Middleton. I think Middleton's the key. If he can come back and find a role, because I think he's going to be the guy that gets hurt the most by this deal, because he's not going to have the same freedoms he had before with having the basketball in his hand in so many situations. So he's going to
get a lot of open looks, though.
He's going to get open looks, but he's going to have to manage his shots. He's going to have to be very efficient, because I think his shot intake is going to go from, if he was getting 20 shots, I think he's only getting 15 or 14 now in this new offense.
Big Dog, I don't know, BC, if you remember this, but me and Big Dog remember. I look at Middleton as being Andrew Toney on the 1982-83 76ers. With Doc and Moses, it was Doc and Moses, but Andrew Toney was that third person that just,
I think the Milwaukee success is Brook Lopez. Because remember last year, they struggled without him. They really struggled without him. He's their key. He just clogs up the middle.
That's exactly it. He's their rim protector. And then whatever you get off of Giannis, because Giannis isn't scared to be a defender, so he'll come in and help clean up the boards, clean up the blocks. So you automatically have one defender with Lopez, and then you get a secondary in Giannis. So with them two cleaning up the boards, The only thing that's gonna be different with them is they don't have Jrue Holiday out there defending on the in the front court. So that might be the only difference. So they might have to deal with some more attempts at the basket because you don't have that outstanding defender out on the perimeter.
Okay, so we all agree Milwaukee definitely is at least in the Eastern Conference Finals. Do we all agree that they will be playing Boston?
Let me see what I got here. Hold on. So I got Philly, Boston, Miami, Milwaukee as the 4. I think the order would be Miami, Milwaukee, Boston, Philly, Miami. So yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I'm a sleeper. Don't be I tell you this. The New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals or the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I'd respect Cleveland more than I would the Knicks, because I think the Knicks have a team issue, not a chemistry issue, not a talent issue.
In the West, the Clippers.
Do we have to do this? We already know what it's going to be in the West.
Who? The Clippers and the Lakers.
Nah, the Clippers not going to do it because I don't think they're going to be able to stay healthy the whole season.
Clippers and the Nuggets. There you go.
I got Lakers and the Nuggets, and the redemption tour. Lakers in 6. So it's Lakers in Milwaukee.
So you being a Lakers fan has nothing to do with that, right?
No, it has everything to do with it. I'll let you know right now I'm being biased.
I'll give you like this. Phoenix gonna be in the playing series.
I think the problem Phoenix has is nobody can defend.
Lights.
Yo.
Take me home. Take us home.
Already, dog?
Me already?
It's been that time. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the return of Mr. BC himself.
Thank you, Mr. Benoit.
Thank you, folks.
And Benoit, BC and Benoit. Just tell the world that it's not going to be your last return.
Exactly. Sideline Junkies tomorrow morning, 11:30. YouTube.
Right. Y'all heard that. And Big Dog, BC, thank y'all, man. It's been fun. It's always fun. 3 of us back together again. We started it. We're going to continue it. And we leave you like we always leave you with the immortal. Yeah, I call him immortal. He's still living. The immortal words of Ric Flair. Whether you like it or don't like it, damn it, learn to love it. Because it's the best thing going today. This is All In Sports. Lee Ice, the Big Dog, and the return of BC and Benoit. We out of here, y'all. Peace.
Whoop.